Welcome everybody to 90 Day Fiancé Fridays. So Lana, I hear you're all excited for the podcast tonight. What's good? It wasn't
I
hygiene,
I
obviously.
am completely excited. There has been so much going on this week in 90 Day. I was like, oh my God, Friday's gonna be something else.
Hi Gina, how are you doing?
I'm good. Just, enjoying the sunshine here in my lovely, expensive city, but it is what it is.
You had a 3-day weekend, what, last weekend?
Yeah,
Okay, ours is this weekend.
Yep.
yeah. It's called Victoria Day because we used to be part of the British monarch.
Mhm. True. So let me load up my topics list because there's a lot going on. Hold on. To see where we start. And I think Captain is like freshly back from Florida, so I don't know if she's coming or not.
Is
And
George moving?
I think he moved, I guess.
George has successfully moved. If you looked at his stories on Instagram, he's in
Good.
Atlanta. And
Good for
nobody
him.
nobody was hurt or injured in his drive. Thank God. He did not pull a Liz.
True. So okay, let's get into the news. So the first topic is it's obviously recency bias, meaning like what happened most recently is going to be topic number one. Um, is the Thais and Patrick divorce, which and I'm usually on top of everything, and someone actually had asked me this morning like what I thought of that. And I will say, I was surprised. Like, it was not on my radar that this divorce is happening. We know they're on last resort, and I just assume most people, and it is a pretty valid rule where it's like a lot of the people, like for example, like I don't believe like Sarper and Shekinah are like on the rocks. I feel like they just ham it up for like,
N- No, because I saw it came out on my Instagram. I don't
Mhm.
follow him. Like, oh, I've done my tour, but I'm coming back. And then he gave like a list of people to thank, and he thanked Shekinah.
Yeah. So like,
Of course.
So
yeah, like somebody like him, like I'm like, oh, if they have a fight, it's like for last resort. So I kind of put Thais and Patrick in the same category of like, oh, they're having a fight just to have relevancy for like a last resort. But apparently, I guess things got real.
But you know what? After I seen that picture that she posted of herself,
Hmm.
I really believe that Patrick had the daughter and Thais, he let her go on a girls' trip or whatever. And I think he's seen the way she was acting. And then all of a sudden today he filed for divorce. I mean, really?
Yeah, I mean, she went. I think what is it called, EDC or something?
Right.
There's some like,
oh yeah, in Vegas, wasn't it?
yeah,
But you
yeah,
seen what she was
But she
wearing, the
lives
pictures
there.
she took,
But that's
yeah,
what you wear to a rave.
and she looked fantastic, I have to say.
she's looking like a knockout. She was kind of thirst trapping and shit.
She was. And
But
isn't that strange that all of a sudden we see those pictures and then now all of a sudden, oh, divorce time.
yeah. So let me just read my Instagram caption. So yeah, I guess TMZ, well not I guess, shout out to TMZ for the scoop. But they said, well, here's my caption. This is the shorter version of the TMZ article, but anyway, my caption says 90 Day Fiancé star Patrick Mendez, is it Mendez, filed for divorce from Thais Ramon, seeking sole legal and primary physical custody of their daughter, Elise. He is also requesting the Honda Ridgeline, the Fidelity 401k, and the Tempur-Pedic mattress. The couple cites incompatibility as the reason for the split. So I guess Patrick, he wants to keep the dirty mattress too.
What did it say the couple cited as the reason?
It says incompatibility.
So
Incompatibility. After 6 years, you're not compatible?
I guess not. And then as far as the only thing I added to the caption, I said, well, it looks like they weren't doing shtick for Last Resort after all, and Tice has been parading her hot new body around at raves and concerts. So yeah, that was the big like story that just broke tonight.
Yeah, that was huge for me. I was stunned.
Yeah, I was surprised. But again, but I will say the biggest like in hindsight, which is 2020, the biggest like, you know, I mean, we just talked about it, but like the thing that was like that jumped out to me was, yeah, she was dressed super hot, scantily clad at these like raves and like wearing like pasties and shit and a thong basically sticking out of her ass. So yeah, she was definitely getting attention and shit.
Yeah, she was. It just seemed really, it wasn't a coincidence that all of a sudden today he's seen going to the courthouse and filed for divorce.
Mm,
And did you
Well,
also
he saw
notice he
what she
tried to
was
say, he
wearing.
tried to make her sound like she abandoned her child because he put in the papers that he's had the child since May the 6th.
hmm Yeah, he definitely like is already kind of dragging her in the mud.
Yes, he is.
True. But like what was I gonna say? Yeah, somebody had asked me about it this morning, and then though, like I said, the only thing that like jumped out at me is that she's all, you know, she's been, you could tell she's been posting shit online. So she's been in the gym a lot, and I know she's had some kind of plastic surgery. She's been in the gym, so she has like a hot new body. But like to me, that was like the biggest. She's like going out of her way to have like a revenge body. So that's the thing that jumped out
Yes,
at me.
I
So,
agree. And we always knew Patrick was jealous, you
mhm.
know, but the way she's dressing now, she's not the way she looked in those pictures earlier. She did not look like a married woman. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she looked like she was on the prowl.
Yes.
So, anyways, it's like. I don't know, like, so I mean, does this ruin their scenes in Last Resort now for you?
Not for me, it doesn't, because I'm even more curious. I
Mm.
want to see what they show on there of what their problems are. I want to see what
W-
their problems are in the relationship.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I just saw a story and she posted that apparently it was her birthday yesterday or something.
hmm
Mm,
And you divorce your wife of 6 years the day after her birthday?
right.
Got some class.
Yeah. So I mean, by the way, I'm jumping around topics, and we're gonna get into there was other like we'll get into the Jenny news, which is obviously the bit probably the biggest story of the week. Um,
Yes.
I guess we could get into that, but like no, we'll get into that. But I just want to bring this one little point, and it may be like an insensitive point, but like I think it's a valid point still. So apparently, I guess she got the news. We might as well get into it, but like she got the news of her diagnosis in December, but they're only announcing it now. And then obviously, not to be all like cynical or whatever or negative in any way, but like it's right before their new season is starting. So like I'm wondering if like TLC PR said, "Hey, like hold off on like announcing publicly your health situation until the season is right about to start, because then it'll like make people watch the show." So do you think that happened?
I don't know. I remember you reporting on it, Shabooty.
hmm
I
I mean,
remember you speaking on it a long, long time ago.
yeah, we just
That
didn't know
something
that.
had happened or something was wrong with Jenny, and it kept being denied by her daughter at that time.
Well, we had a presumption because I don't know if you remember, I said it sounds like her speech
Mhm.
impediment, like everything
Yes.
was pointing to signs of a TIA, which is not far off because those symptoms can be long lasting as well,
Right.
right? It's not just temporary. But again, we had no proof of that information, right? We didn't have any sources confirming that, but besides her daughter saying it was in a stroke, right? But it could have been
Right.
one of those mini strokes, which is called a TIA,
Right.
right? At the end of the day, right?
Yeah,
Because the
my dad
symptoms
had two
are
of
the
those
same,
before he had his major stroke. So I know what
right?
you're
So
saying. Yes.
but the symptoms are very similar, right? And they
Mhm.
can be
Right.
long lasting symptoms as well. So, but that was my theory to that. So, and I said in the group chat, oh, I wonder in our group chat I wonder if they're going to bring it up that whatever she has is going to be brought up in this couples retreat or whatever. I wonder if it's
Mhm.
going to be brought up. And I remember Shabooty saying like, "Oh, I doubt it." It might so be that it might be brought up now.
No, but I feel like see, because first of all, obviously we all know like TLC when they film something and when it airs is like months and months later. So if she just got officially diagnosed like in December, they definitely filmed this way earlier. This was filmed like super long time ago. So like,
But even in the previews, she was kind of like kind of slurring her words. And in the prior season, she was also like Captain said it. She was acting very like sluggish, basically,
Right.
very slow.
Yes.
But like TLC or Sharp, whatever, they don't have a good reputation of being like, of giving, of like, if there's something wrong, allegedly, in my opinion, like if there's something wrong with like physically wrong, if there's something wrong with a person, they don't seem like the type of production where they would give too much of a fuck, like long as you could perform. So I doubt they really drilled into her to see what was wrong with her because like, I mean, during Last Resort and stuff. So I doubt they really like dove into it much. I mean, unless there was like the only thing I could think of is like, I know we always make fun of the therapists that are kind of quacks and stuff, unless they actually had like a good well, obviously they can't afford a psychiatrist, but if they had a good like therapist with like well, if it was a psychiatrist with a medical background, then maybe they would say, hey, like, is there something going wrong with you? But I really doubt that happened, you know.
No, I
Well,
guess we'll find out.
I seen today about their GoFundMe now, so I'm thinking maybe in the last resort she does speak on it because the more sympathy, the more money they'll get. I mean, I hate to
I don't
say
know,
it.
like, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I might have to go. I might have to go back and watch the trailer because I'm trying to remember if in the trailer is it noticeable much on the trailer or not.
It's
Yeah, it
very
is.
noticeable, very.
Hmm. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. Like, I just feel like I don't know. I feel like it's one of my assumption could be wrong, but my assumption currently presently is like there. I think production is just gonna. I think when they were filming like 7 or 8 months ago, or whenever it was, I think they, in my opinion, and again, I don't know for sure, I think they just ignored it, and everyone, and Jenny probably ignored it, and they asked Jenny, hey, do you want to like bring up your condition? And maybe Jenny was like, no, I don't even want to like, maybe she was kind of in denial, so she's like, I don't even want to like bring it up on the show.
Right.
We just like recorded, don't even mention it. I don't want to talk about it because I don't know what's going on. So maybe wanted to sweep it under the rug herself. And then so the production was like, well, if you want to sweep it under the rug, we'll respect that, and we won't like raise a light to it. And then I think after now that it's like progressed, it's like hard. You can't deny it now. So now, yeah, obviously, when she
Yeah,
did that,
that's why if I were her, I would be back in the United States. I'm sorry.
mm,
Because this is a debilitating disease. There's no cure for it. You know, Eric Dane died from it not too long ago
hmm,
from the same thing that Jenny has.
Well, currently the GoFundMe is at 27,000.
Wow.
true,
Well, because we like Jenny, we really do. You know, we
yeah,
like Jenny, but I just feel like Jenny used to work all her life. If she came back here, she automatically qualifies for her Social Security disability, her health insurance, everything that she would need. She wouldn't have to ask for money.
true. Well, yeah, she could get on Medicare.
Right.
Hmm.
She would be taken care of.
So let me just read Jenny's official post. So Jenny's official post, it says, with a heavy heart, we wanted to share a news with all of you guys that there was a rumor that I had a stroke, but it turned out to be ALS. At first, we tried to keep it private because it's been very emotional and overwhelming for us. We were hoping to find some kind of situation, or sorry, we were hoping to find some kind of solution before speaking publicly. But after trying for some time, we feel like it's time to reach out. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Right now, we're open to any kind of help, treatments, clinical trials, lifestyle changes, or anything that could help treat this disease or slow down its progression. And here's the link to the interview we did with people. So that was like Jenny's official post announcing it. So anyway, yeah, we wish her and her family the best, and we send love and prayers. And yeah, I know it's definitely like a scary disease because apparently it can go downhill fast or whatever.
Yes. And the way she
It's a
sounded today
progression.
in that video, her
Mhm.
voice, it really made me sad when I heard her speaking today.
Yeah. Like I heard it's pretty, it's no, whatever, not to bring down the show too much, but I heard it's like, it can get to the point where like you can't even swallow and stuff.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
Like you'll like gag on your like spit and shit. I don't know. But
yeah,
anyways, so we wish Jenny the best. That's obviously horrible news. That's what and everyone is saying like that's like worse news than a stroke. So
It really is.
yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's horrible. But hopefully, Well, obviously, Jenny's sister, not sister, daughter has been like active on social media, Christina, and she's been posting videos like thanking fans for their like outpouring of support and
Yeah,
all.
she gets on my nerves. She
True.
really does.
Hmm.
I just feel like she uses it to her advantage also.
Like for clout and stuff.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
I really truly do. Because Jenny made, they made their post. They said what they said, and they said respect our privacy. And then her daughter came out with a video like an hour later, saying, well, my mom finally came out, so now I can. And then now every day since she's posted something about it.
That I mean, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, if you're well, I'm just saying it must be rough for her too, though. So
Oh, I'm sure, especially with mom being in India and her being here.
yeah, I think she's actually going to go out there to India.
She
I
did.
think she said she was going to go to Thai. I read somewhere that she was thinking about moving to Thailand to be
Right,
closer.
right. I read that too, that she was thinking of moving.
Hmm.
But
True.
what is she going to do? Like, yeah, she might be closer, but at the end of the day, like the healthcare system, like I don't know how it is in India, but
Right.
I wouldn't trust it, right? Like
No.
I just wouldn't, right? Versus
Well,
if
most
you're
of the
born of
Indian doctors, the smart ones, they all came to United States.
exactly United States or Canada or the UK.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's just like, well, what are you gonna do? Like,
Right.
Hmm.
yeah.
True. All right. Well, yeah. Anyway, we obviously we pray, send our prayers and well wishes to Jenny and family.
Yes. Yes, we do.
True. All right. Well, let's go to the next topic, which is again, isn't like as you were saying, Lana. There's a lot of news. So the next thing was like Emily had baby number 4.
Yeah, yeah. We touched based on that last week, and I can't even remember if it was four, five, six, seven,
Mhm.
a football team, baseball, whatever. Every
Yeah.
year she's pregnant.
I know. So
Yeah.
her caption said, "Rocky Bow, our sweet little boy is here. We couldn't be more happy having our newest little man join our family. We love you so much, little man. Thank you, God, for continuing to bless our family." So originally, I thought Rocky Bow. I made like a joke. I was like, not to be confused with Rocky and Bullwinkle, but then somebody pointed out maybe Rocky Bow is actually in reference to like Rocky and Rambo. So maybe that's
Oh, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, me too. I can see that.
I don't know. Maybe I don't
I
know.
was thinking she named him Rocky because she said in one of her statements that this pregnancy was rocky for her. Like it
Mm,
was it was tougher than her other pregnancies. Or not pregnancies but births. This
hmm.
birth was harder for her than her other three.
True. So that's Emily. I know that her having a baby is not really, seems like it happens every 9 months, but
Right?
versus divorces and ALS that don't happen every 9 months. But anyway, so anyway, that was Emily's news. The next thing on my list, this isn't necessarily like, I don't even know if this is worthy, but it was on my list, so I might as well read it. Amani, which I know a lot of people don't like, but she posted something about like generally speaking about like reality TV production, but I think it mostly applies to TLC. So I'll just read you what she posted the other day. It says there's a difference between documenting reality and exploiting vulnerability for entertainment. Networks and production companies should be held to a higher ethical standard when working with individuals who may be on the spectrum, mentally vulnerable, emotionally unstable, or unable to fully understand the long term consequences of public exposure. Ratings should never come at the expense of someone's mental well being, dignity, or ability to give truly informed consent. Reality TV cannot continue normalizing the manipulation of vulnerable people for shock value, storylines, or profit. There, I said it.
Damn.
So usually when somebody says like this, something like this, kind of like Statler said stuff like this in the past, it usually means they're not going to come back to TLC.
Well, my comment, because you posted that,
Hmm.
was she knew what she got into. I don't know why this is brand new like information because she did the same shit with Netflix too.
Oh
And
yeah.
then she did the same type of shit with Netflix. And then she went on live And I don't know if everybody saw the group chat. Canton was going back and forth with her, saying like, "No, you are fired," and, or production didn't want you anymore. And then
Mhm.
there's some back and forth between them. And I'm like, oh, as Shabooty, he would know, but like I'm led to believe that production didn't want anything to do with her anymore. So yeah, be it as it may, right? So they have their pets, and one of them is Shekinah, and yeah.
Yep. Funny
Yes.
how that works when they get fired or they do something wrong. It's always TLC's fault.
Mm-hmm.
True. So anyway, I assume that means we won't see Amani on any like 90-day stuff in the future. Okay, next topic, which is we didn't since we haven't really talked about like the new 90-day, the last Sunday night's episode. We don't have to do like a full recap or anything, but if any scenes jumped out at you, the one that jumped out at me, I don't even remember people's names, but like the
Me
guy,
neither.
the guy who's like the heavy, what's the name of the head? Oh yeah,
Shay.
Shay. Shay getting bathed by his Filipino woman. What do you think of those scenes where she was like wiping his down his
Oh,
crotch and wiping his face with the same cloth? And
please.
Yeah, that's what they
Oh,
do. Those women, I mean, look at all the massage places that we have all over the place.
well.
like I think I'd read that allegedly that's actually kind of the kind of work she was doing. So that explains why she's like cleanly. She's thorough with the cleanliness of cleaning the.
And why she's such a horny bitch.
Yeah, she's horny and she
Most.
cleans shit because allegedly she worked at like one of those booths or not booths,
Oh, that makes
like a massage parlor.
sense.
So that's why she's all like adamant about cleaning him down before they make love or something.
Wow. Yeah, she straight up said she ain't putting her mouth on a dirty dick.
That's what like a sex worker would say.
Yep, sure would.
Well, I don't think sex workers have standards.
Well, I don't think she does either if she's with him. No, I'm kidding.
Well, the standard is called the green card, baby.
That's
True.
right.
Got to get that green card.
Yeah, so anyway, that scene jumped out at me. Everyone is all grossed out. Um, I'm trying to think, what are any other scenes from last Sunday's? I could go back to the
Th
tweets, but
that chick bringing all her past flings.
oh yeah,
What's her name?
Katie.
She's
Katie.
disgusting.
Mhm.
I've said it. She's the female version of Lauren. There's no filter and no dignity in that one.
Who goes around just getting drunk and just kissing on strangers?
Yeah, I mean, and then but
Katie?
she also said like I fucked like so and so and so and so and so and so. So it's like kissing is if in her world though, really it's fucking, and she admitted it.
Yeah, out
Three
of the friends that
times.
she introduced him to, didn't she say she screwed two of them or three of them?
Yeah, to his face, she told him.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that was kind of cringe as I tweeted.
Yes. She's nasty. She's nasty. Her pussy stinks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't. She's young, but I think she's had some mileage on her.
Yeah, she's gross.
Yeah. So yeah, that's her. Um. Okay, should we move on?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move
There's
on.
nothing very memorable that I
Yeah.
can recall other than those two scenes.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, and then so then Monday was like the tell-all part one of the single life. And then the first hour was pretty boring because it must be Sophie. Then the second hour got kind of juicy a little bit, even though I kind of knew the tea with like Liz and Jamal and stuff.
Yep, you called that one, Shabooty.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that were trying to say I was lying and it wasn't true, but they
Yep.
realized that they should shut the fuck up because it was true. So, um,
Don't you see Liz differently now, Shabooty? I mean, I know you see her differently, but I mean really differently.
yeah,
I
she's
think
like,
she got fatter.
yeah, she got fatter and she's trashier and like,
Yeah, she's
not
Yeah.
funny.
trashier now.
Yeah, she's lost all of her charm.
Yeah, something happened with her. Did Big Ed really break her that bad?
I don't know.
No, there's
Like, and then yeah, like and then it's funny too because it's like again, I don't want to shit on like people, but like the dude, their fiance or whatever that she's with, like people were kind of there were people who people were giving him the 90-day community. They're
Yeah,
giving
he
grief
was
on him.
gross. I don't blame him.
They're giving him they were giving him grief on his looks or whatever, like that he's not a looker.
Right.
Yeah,
Normally,
everyone on your comments were like, "You should have stuck with Vila." Like, what
yeah,
are you thinking? What are you like? I'm
like
like,
it's funny. It's like normally if some dude is like dragged for his looks, like I'll be like, oh, let me try to be. I'll try to be the one nice person. But like even him, I was like, even though like he's getting dragged, I'm like, yo, I don't find anything like. Even if you know what I mean, like if a guy's like ugly, I'll be like, oh well, let's say, what if he has a good personality? I'm like, oh well, I can see what she sees in him, but like he didn't even seem to have a good personality either. You know what I mean?
No, which means he must have money
Well, yeah, I guess he had money for a
mm,
ring, but I don't know.
because that's all he has
ah,
left because he ain't got nothing else to offer.
Yeah, so the least, yeah. Anyway, that was him, and then let me see. So there was basically the big drama though was Liz admitted to fucking Jamal, and
Yes.
then Kimberly got all stormed off and like got all upset and ran off, and everyone was like, "Why is Kim all mad?" So I don't know. So are you? What side are you on the camp of like? A lot of people in the comments were like Kim shouldn't be mad, and then the other side of the camp is like they understand her being mad because her best
I
friend fucking
understand her
Kim.
being mad
I understand her being mad
because
because
her and
at
Liz
one
were
point
supposedly friends.
Hmm.
they were close. Like in
Yes.
that same episode, Kim went to comfort Liz when she was crying or
Hmm.
crocodile tears
Yes.
or whatever, right? Like she's the one that got up, right?
Hmm.
And then like they've done pillow talk together, they've done scenes together, and they were close
Yep.
together. And you're gonna sleep with your friend's son? Like what is mentally wrong with you? Well, I shouldn't even ask that because she was with Big Ed, and I wonder why. Just to freaking get on the TV.
And
Hmm.
then tried to justify it and say, oh, but it was a long time ago. How long ago could it have been? You've had boyfriends every fucking year since Big Ed.
Yeah, I don't think it was that long ago.
It couldn't
Because
have been that long ago.
yeah, and I think it was because again, it's like the times. Because again, it's not like Jamal lives in like Seattle. So the two times or the two cities that they would be fucking in was if she would go back to like San Diego, which I don't even think that's often. But they both would always probably go to New York for filming, whether it was like Between the Sheets or Single Life pickups and shit. So that every time they would all be in New York for filming, that's probably when they would fuck.
Or she went to visit Kimberly and then Kim didn't know, but her and Jamal went and met up afterwards and had their little fuck
Mm-hmm.
feast.
Hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's why Kim is so goddamn mad.
Yeah, and then like let's see, we'll get into all the Jamal tea, but uh, just speaking kind of a little bit. It was because again, I was going ham on like all the Jamal tea this week. It was like several posts and stories and shit I did. There's several of them, and then like to peel back a curtain a little bit on behind the scenes, like it seems like Kimberly is like Jamal's like publicist or something, because like
Right?
literally, because I was posting a bunch of posts and then she was trying to like leverage like friendships and like even trying to get George involved to like and they wanted to they're so anyway, long story long, no one knows about this really publicly, but anyway, like Kimberly and Jamal, they're trying to get me on the phone to like soften me up and like talk to me on the phone. And then I think that what the ultimate goal was either A, can you take down a post, or B, just going forward, can you stop like posting about Jamal or whatever? And like I basically shut it down. And I even told George, I was like, yo, I'm shutting all this shit down. Like I don't want to get on the phone.
No.
Like I don't want to let me do my content. Like don't try to disrupt what I do. I don't want to
Nope.
phone. I don't want to be asked of favors. I don't want to take down something that I've already put effort in posting, especially if it's like an exclusive tea or some shit. Like I don't want to remove a post just to make you happy. And I basically shut down all the efforts to get me on the phone to like, because I'll admit, if you get me on the phone and you ask nicely, I'm more of a soft touch, and I'll be like, oh yeah, okay, fine. I'll either take down. I'm not, maybe I won't take down the post, but I'll be like, okay, I'll try to be nice. But like, I just shut down all phone conversations about it because I was like, I don't want to. I don't. I'm just not looking for a heavy conversation where I'm asked of favors or asked to like
Nope.
reduce
Because
what I.
then all of a sudden there's expectations on you.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of one of those things where it's like, and I told this to George. I was like, I can try to make everyone happy and be friends with everybody, or I could focus on my content and I'm able to produce what I produce and post what I post and not have to worry about it. It's like, but I can't do both. I can't be friends with everybody and post the shit I do. But if I start focusing on being friends with everybody, that means I'm not posting what I'm posting. If I'm not posting what I'm posting, then no, then like then there's no then
There goes the interest.
exactly
Yeah.
then there's no that's then the
You're like everybody else then.
exactly.
Yep,
I'm
yep.
basically all my efforts in the last how many fucking years go down the drain because I'm trying to be friends with Jamal. But it's like, no, how about not? So I
No,
shut that off.
nah, don't need it, don't want it.
Yeah, so that was all going. They're all trying to pressure me and shit. And I basically shut it down. I was like, I don't even want to have a phone conversation. And I even told George, I was like, if they want to block me or whatever, like it's fine. Like I'm not gonna make a stink about it. Like it's not. There's nothing deep. It's just I don't want. I find it very, and it's like even back when like people always ask like, "Hey, why are you not friends with Liz anymore?" And there's one detail I always forget to mention when people ask me the question and I answer it. The one detail I always forget to mention is it's not just she was upset about a Jasmine post the first time. It was she asked me to take it down, and I actually did take it down temporarily to make her happy. But it really like that was like when you start asking me to remove posts, especially if they're attempts at being like funny, whether you find them funny or not. But when you start
Right.
having me remove content like that can like
For someone else,
Like,
not even for
what
Liz
happened
out
to
of
the freedom of
respect.
speech? What
Mhm.
happened to freedom of speech?
That's
You're
right.
allowed to post and say whatever you want. You asked, what was it, a long time ago when the Pope died? I'm like, and you posted it as Gina, and I'm like, oh, Shabooty, I think that's too soon, but you did it anyways. And I'm like, that's fine, right? Like,
Mhm.
That's right.
if
That's
people
who he
want to come
is.
out, that's who he is. I'm like, that's fine, but I'm like, I think it's too soon. The Pope's only been dead for like 2 days, yo.
Mhm. Yeah. So
But
anyway,
you
like
do you. I'm not gonna stop you, but you do you.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, so anyway, yeah, behind the scenes there's a lot of full court pressure, but I pretty much like ignored it all because I'm like I don't like what I do to be disrupted. So anyway, that was going on. And then anyway, let's move on. So there was a lot of Jamal tea. So let's just start with one of the first blockbuster I did, which is because anytime I spill tea, people are like, oh, well, I don't believe you because there's no photo or whatever. So like, and admittedly, the photo wasn't like it wasn't a 4K photo. Like it was a little blurry. But anyway, I posted an exclusive photo of like Jamal and Emma in Aruba. So let me pull up my post real quick, but it's on my Instagram if you haven't seen it. But
Oh, I seen it. I knew exactly who it was.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was like a world exclusive. So thank you to my Aruba insider that sent me the photo. But my caption says, "Here you go, Shibuya exclusive photo evidence. Jamal's been in a relationship with Emma since filming Hunt for Love season 2, and now they've been spotted on vacation together in Aruba. No mistaking it. My source tells me, quote, they were fighting, storming off, and then making out on repeat." And then I just said, P.S. These are my favorite kinds of T posts because people that say post the evidence or I don't believe you, Shabooty. Well, here, enjoy. So yeah, that was I had the visual proof of them hanging out. So that proves that they're together because they were vacationing in Aruba.
Do
Uh,
you think that's why the guys broke up? Why Jamal left? Because maybe him and Rob were both, screwing her basically, and maybe Jamal decided to keep her.
I mean, I don't think it was like the singular issue, but I think it's like a pattern. I think it was a pattern. I think like that kind of thing happened like in a pattern form where it's like I'm sure Emma wasn't the first and only person that like I feel like it's probably happened multiple times or multiple women and like even like non-famous ones where like let's say Rob fucked a non-famous woman. Well, actually, I did actually that's one of the things I posted about like a couple weeks ago, where like um Rob fucked a chick and then or super fan, and then next thing you know, Jamal was like in her DMs trying to hang out with her and try to bang her. So like in what, but I don't know if Rob knew about that one, but I feel like that was going on repeat. So I think it's just like a pattern of that going on.
Right.
So. But I'm sure there's other shit. I'm sure there's business aspects of it that the bad boys, aka what's his name, Josh hasn't. I'm sure there's like some business stuff probably that might happen. I don't know, but yeah, I think it was a myriad of things. But that was obviously the most public thing. Um, so okay, there was that T, and then let me just go back to my topics list. Um, okay, and then okay, so after I posted that, then Johnny, who's the pirate, he posted about Jamal as well. So I might as well read that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, Johnny the Pirate. He says this was exclusively in my comment section. He says Jamal was scared. This is Johnny the Pirate talking, the one that was with Chloe. It says Jamal was scared of letting Emma meet me. Unfortunately, Jamal has insecurity issues. First of all, I only have one, and then this was responding to another commenter. So first of all, I only have one child. Shouldn't believe everything they say on the socials. My first and only child. A real man wouldn't care because It is about what the woman does, not the man. If you're insecure about yourself, that means you don't trust. And if you don't trust, there is not a relationship. In reality, he was so insecure, he didn't want to meet up with me and Chloe just because I was there. And he didn't want me to meet Emma. I didn't really care. Just thought it was funny. Maybe he was afraid of me or just insecure about Emma, one or the other. So that's what Johnny the Pirate says.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a mama's boy, so I could see him having some insecurities.
Yeah, I think he's afraid Emma's parading around with her fake tits and shit.
Yep. And he knows where she's
And
been,
hair.
so he knows where she could still
Hmm.
be going. Simple as that.
Yeah, he knows like Emma, she's sweet, but if you be sweet to her, she'll be sweet back to you.
Yep.
So,
Literally.
yeah.
Her own sister told on her and said she slept with a guy. What was it? 10 days before the show or something?
Yeah.
Her
Yeah.
own sister.
Yeah, but yeah, her sister called her out for being kind of like easy,
A
allegedly.
whore.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so anyway, I understand if Jamal is insecure, I understand why, but that's what's going on. But yeah, I think those were, and then anyway, yeah. So those were some of the posts that Jamal and Kim were trying to, they probably weren't happy about. But at the same time, there were exclusive tea that I had to post. I can't help it.
Well, I'm not happy about Kim's new teeth, but I'll let that go.
That's a whole nother topic that wasn't on my list. But anyway,
Yes.
true. So anyway, let's move on. Okay, we talked about that. We talked about Jenny. One thing I didn't read, not to get all sad or whatever. But anyway, there was one, speaking of Jenny thing. I'll just read it. I posted about something. Read it real quick. And I know you're not a fan, Lana, but I'll read you the note of Jenny's daughter wrote. She says, "I love you, Mom. I'm so proud of you. It's been really hard to keep in and not say anything. I've never been so sad, but I will never let the sadness take over because we have to have hope. I'll be with you every step of the way, Mom and Summit. I love you both very much." So that's what Christina posted.
Yeah, I seen that.
True. So anyway, that was that. Next topic. Oh yeah, okay. Then this is another. I'm assuming it's an exclusive because I don't follow any other bloggers. So my exclusive tea was Tony is a real doctor, and I got like actual like details of the kind of doctor he is. Tony, which is Vanja's dude.
Yes. Yeah, I believe it. And when I seen your post, I was like, well, he is a doctor.
Yeah. So here it is, and okay, and for our podcast listeners, he's like he really goes by Anthony, but I on the show he's Tony. But I purposely didn't put his last name on my post. But anyway, Anthony, aka Tony. I'll read you my caption. It says exclusive. The rumors. I said, well, first of all, it's kind of like a joke. I said the rumors were Tony was one of those mental health therapists that got their doctorate from Dollar Tree LLC. Nope, he's a legitimate doctor. More specifically, he's a doctor of asthe. Do you know how to pronounce this, Lana? Osteopathic. Is that right?
I that sounds right.
Naturopathic.
Osteopathic, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, osteopathic medicine hospitalist, which means he works in a hospital. Here's what that means for the lay people. Osteopathic medicine is a branch of medicine that focuses on treating the whole person, not just symptoms or disease. DOs, that's like the acronym, are fully licensed physicians who can diagnose illness, prescribe medication, perform surgery, and work in all medical specialties, just like MDs. DOs also receive additional training focused on preventative care, how the body systems work together, and hands-on techniques used to treat certain muscle and joint issues.
Right. That's what I was thinking it was. When I heard it started with osteo, I was thinking that has something to do with the bones and
With
everything.
bones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Based on the
Because of
comment section.
osteoporosis or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. And based on the comment section, they said it takes even more schooling than just a plain MD. So
He seems highly intelligent.
yeah, his way of like, you could tell in his, I know he gets a lot of shit and the fans like mostly hate him, but like that aside, and I'm not saying he's the best person for a relationship, but that aside, I'm just talking about him professionally and shit. Um, the way he's able to like, he's like he would be a good lawyer, you know what I mean? Because like when
Right.
Manja complains about something, he's good at like clapping back in like a lawyeristic manner, you know what I mean? He's a
I,
good,
I
Right.
think
yeah.
he's very intuitive. He thinks
Mhm.
before he says anything.
Right.
Like a lot of people do, but how he says it, he's very intelligent with his I think he's very intelligent with his words and how he says it and what he wants to have come across. So he
Yeah.
thinks
He
before
seems
he
to me
actually
to be
speaks.
one of those men that planned out his whole entire life since he was young.
Or his parents planned out his whole entire life.
True.
His parents planned out his whole entire life.
Mhm. Um, and then that post I did of his, it got a lot of traction. It got like 1,500 likes on Instagram, and then even supposedly one of his colleagues commented. So let me read you what the colleague said. Um, it says he's actually a decent human being and a great, compassionate doctor with excellent bedside manners, who I know personally, and we got to work with him impatient at a great hospital or inpatient at a great hospital. It's such a shame to read people's hateful and biased comments on here. Oh, and by the way, as for Vanja, she was also generating a good amount of money locally for herself. So, but anyway, this colleague vouched for him. So,
Good. That's good. I like Tony. I know a lot of the people don't, but I like Tony.
yeah, people they'll make fun of his like being all sweaty and shit.
Yeah, I have nothing against him. I just think Vanja's too much for him.
Yeah, I think Vanja's a headache for everybody.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's too much woman for him. He'll never be able to handle her.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm just like I don't know who. I can't picture the guy who would be a good match for Vanja or who could handle her because I just feel like to me she's so off put. She seems very like high maintenance and like off putting and like I don't know.
And demanding. I
Man,
mean, your boyfriend takes you to see a beautiful home, and what do you say? Oh, I'm not going to move in here unless I have a ring on my finger.
yeah. And she seems very like one of those like rules for me or
Yes,
for the rules for thee and not for me kind of person, you know what I mean?
exactly, Shabooty. Exactly who she is.
Like she's the type where it's like if Tony's on vacation with the boys, she's gonna want him to check in with her and like make sure he's not partying too much. But then when she's out on vacation, she'll like check in like once every couple of days or something.
Yeah, I believe it. Yep.
So or she's the type of person, maybe I'm projecting, but like she's the type of person where if like a guy friend would be like, "Hey, let me take you to like a concert," she'll tell Tony like, "Yeah, this is just like my married guy friend. Like, there's nothing to it. We're just gonna go to or we're gonna go to a sporting event together. Like, don't worry about it." But then if Tony tried to do the same thing, she'd be like, "No, that's tit for tat. You can't go to like a concert with a female friend. What's wrong with you?"
You're exactly right. That's who she
Mhm.
is.
Yeah,
Double standards.
yeah,
Yep.
double standards.
Yep. That's who she is.
Strikes me as that kind of person. So anyway, at least Tony seems to be like a good. I can only speak on him being a doctor. Seems like he's a good doctor. That's all I can say. Um, let's see. Okay, next topic, which was I posted about it. We're buzzing through. There was guess okay. So I know Nikki apparently had like what is it, quadruple bypass or some shit.
Yes.
But and TMZ reported about it. So and TMZ usually doesn't post something unless it's legit.
Right.
But the part that I posted about was I think it was probably before the operation where and again, Nikki, she was posting nonstop on like social media about it, like trying to garner attention and shit, obviously.
Yeah. In the hospital bed with tubes coming out of her.
hmm
Mhm.
And then like, so then the part I posted about was that caught my attention was Shekinah jumped in and quote said to her, quote, have that thick skin you always talk about, babe. The energy it took to make this post could have gone into healing your body. And then
Wow.
Nikki responded to Shekinah, have that thick skin question mark. I'm human. I'm in the ICU, girl. I almost died. Please. I need all positive energy around me. The reason I post
Yes.
these things so they don't eat me up inside with emotional distress. It's therapeutic for me to let it out and say how I feel. And then there's another commenter named That's Just Crazy. She says, I've never seen anyone in ICU making IG videos. It's mind-boggling. And then, and then Nikki responded to this random fan, because I'm a public figure and people are actually genuinely worried about me. So that's Nikki.
Yeah, I think that's team too much. I'm sorry. If I'm in the hospital, the last thing on my mind is getting on IG and letting everybody know what's going on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, because Nikki, like, she'll stub her toe and start a GoFundMe. So,
Right. That's so crazy to me.
Or she'll break a nail.
mhm. So anyway, despite
Okay, wait. Guys, is Nikki a man?
she's trans.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. I didn't want to be incorrect, but I thought so.
Yeah. So, and yeah, well, all the people that are like of a certain political ideology, they always break her balls and call her a man and misgender her. So anyway, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
She was, or yeah, prior to operations.
Yeah.
I thought so. I don't know why I got so confused on that because she really does look like a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of her because if you were, the story was if you were like, anyway, the story of why I'm not a fan of her is I was actually trying to give a, what is it called, like a fig leaf or olive branch or whatever, um, to have her come on the show and then on the podcast. And and she agreed to it. And and the part that annoyed me was actually promoted on like Instagram, on my Instagram, I promoted her appearing. And then all of a sudden she got wind with that, like, there was another trans person, but it was like the publicist that she and Jasmine used to work with. They were working with that publicist, that trans publicist, and she was friends with Jasmine. And apparently the publicist got the word that Nikki was going to be on our podcast, and she put the kibosh on it. And I was pissed because I'd already started promoting it. Her,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
it was after I already promoted her appearance, and then she bailed on it. And then after that, I just blocked her because I was like, "Fuck you! You're like not professional. Don't agree to something and then bail."
Oh, wow. That's new tea for me. I've never heard that.
Yeah, so that's why I don't fuck with her.
Makes sense.
And then the funny part is like present day, that that other trans publicist, whatever, like Jasmine had a big falling out with her, and she doesn't even they don't even work with that publicist anymore. So the publicist that killed the interview, they don't even ended up being a maniac herself. So they
I'll be
fucking
down.
dumbasses. Anyway, so even though we don't like you, Nikki, we'll wish you physically being the best.
Yes.
Yeah, because we're not monsters. Anyway. Next topic is Adnan is now a used car salesman.
I've seen that.
Did you like the
I
part
saw
where
that too.
did you like the part on my post where I was like, but he's willing to work with a antivirus victim? Because I got to give a shout out to this fan who was trolling Adnan, was their username. I'm not gonna give their full username, but the username Dazed and Confused. It says they respond. Well, let me back up. So Tiger Lee posted a story. It says, so proud of my husband. He officially partnered with Place Dallas and is helping people buy, sell, trade nationwide now. Trade cars nationwide now. Before accepting a trade-in offer somewhere else, send him the VIN first. Main character energy only. And
Partnered. Partnered with them. Yeah, right. Your goddamn husband is an employee, bitch.
Mhm. And then, but I think you shout out to Days and Confused because they said to Adnan, they said, I don't feel good. I have hantavirus and Ebola. I need to sell my car because I'm dying soon. And then Adnan responded, whoa. Well, if you need to sell your car, let me know.
Yep.
So I
No
thought that was
prisoners
hilarious.
there.
Yep. I seen that.
Yeah, that was like a good goof. And then let me see. I'm trying to see. Let me pull up my actual Instagram caption. Um, actually, give me one second. Give me one second. I'm just reading something random. Okay. Sorry. It's something random. All right. Let's see. So let me just move on because it was something that popped up on the map. Let me just move on to the next topic. So anyway, yeah, Adam is a used car salesman. Um, and I was goofing on him, but just go read my Instagram if you want to read my caption.
Is she pregnant again, Tiger Lily?
Yeah, she is, and I was the one that exclusively broke that story.
I thought I heard that somewhere. Okay.
Yeah. So sorry if it's dead air. I'm just like looking at something on my Facebook. Okay.
Yeah, how far along is she? I think she's like at least 4 to 5 months. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like it's been a minute, huh?
She definitely is. I would say beginning of third trimester is my guess. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say she's got to be up there somewhere close to 6 months.
yeah. So okay, let's see. Well, actually, just give me one second. Sorry, I'm just sorry if I sound like I'm fumbling around. Okay, let me just. I'm trying to find something on Instagram. And yeah, I was like a posting maniac this past week. Like I did a lot of content on Instagram. All right, sorry. I'm like ruining the podcast. I'm just trying to find something.
It's okay.
Okay.
I was just trying to see if I can find the car dealership that he works at, but I can't find it.
Uh,
Yeah,
I
that
need
was
to
so
know where
funny
they
when
live.
she said he partnered with that company. Bitch, please.
Mm.
Mhm. Yeah, my caption was say what you want about Adnan, but he does not discriminate when it comes to a car transaction slash business opportunity, and I commend him for that. So after your cruise ship docks in the Gulf of America, go see Adnan. He will take care of you. So I actually said Gulf of Old Mexico to trigger some people, but anyway.
Uh,
So okay, that was that topic. We're down to like two. We're down to the last two topics. Um, so there was another story where Jovi was separated from Yara because
yes.
on like TikTok, somebody asked him, "Are you separated from Yara?" And he said, "Yes." And then immediately a bunch of bloggers reposted it, like as if it's like official news.
Right.
And then I had to jump in, and I'm confirming that that was basically like Jovi trolling, and they're not separated, and they're actually doing dandy, just dandy. Uh,
I'm glad you posted that because I believed every bit of it.
mhm. Um, And I added a thing in the bottom of my graphic, my Instagram post, like in visually, it says, unless Shabooty says so, don't believe the rumors. But and I will say there was one of the Reddits where they screen captured my post and reposted it on their Reddit saying like Jovi and Yara are separated. And then they took my caption and they like, I mean, my post, my Instagram post, and they like cropped out the bottom part where it says, unless Shibuti says so, don't believe the rumors. They like cropped that part out and they said they're separating. So I don't even know if they like, I don't know if
Wow.
they read my caption or not, but it seems like they didn't. But my caption actually did say, it says, quote, my mentions have lit up across Twitter and Instagram asking me if Jovi and Yara have indeed separated based on what Jovi said, parentheses, in the TikTok comment section. Well, everyone needs to relax because I never confirmed it, but here is the answer. Jovi equals the king of sarcasm. Yes, Jovi and Yara, not equals, or aka equals not separated. They're not separated according to my trusted sources, and I had a feeling Jovi was trolling from Jump Street. Sorry, ladies, to break your hearts, but Jovi's not available. So yeah, they're
Yeah,
not
he probably
separated.
just meant they weren't together at that moment.
Yeah, either way, like he's like he likes to troll and shit, and people take him like as at face value.
He does. He plays around too much because even Yara says it.
Hmm.
He's
So
a goofball.
He is.
yeah. All right, let's see. So we're down to like one topic, which is it's not necessarily like new tea. It was I reposted a comment from Elise, and it was kind of like it was tea from the horse's mouth. I think that's the only part that made it new. It wasn't like me. It wasn't me like regurgitating tea. It was straight from the horse's mouth. So let me read you. And it's not necessarily it's not anything we haven't heard, but it's straight from the horse's mouth. So let me read it real quick. So Elise posted this about Joshua. It says, in responding to a fan in my comment section, she says, "You live and you learn. I should have left way sooner. He did not deserve me. He lied about living with a girl, using her car to drive, claiming it was his, partied way too much, no emotional intelligence, didn't care about others, and doesn't see his son. His ex baby mama reached out to me and even said he doesn't pay child support." Um, so,
Yep.
yeah, I reposted that and I said, I know the Elise and Joshua situation has already reached the quote, stick a fork in its stage, but here was another intriguing comment that Elise left in my comment section that spilled further tea in case you missed it before. Um, so there's that. And then she did,
You broke that a while ago
yeah.
about Josh's partying. When I read that in that statement, I was like, oh, Shabooty told us that weeks ago. You're on the late show.
Hmm.
Because
Yeah,
you told us all about his partying. We already knew that shit.
yeah, I got so annoyed when like even today, like people are like in the comment section of that post where he's like chew his jaws all moving, they're like, no, he was chewing popcorn, and I'm like, dude, he's not gonna eat pop. He's not chewing popcorn for a five. Let's say they film for like 8 hours or something, right? He's not gonna
Hell
chew
no.
popcorn for the next 8 hours of a tell-all shoot, you know?
Yeah, I had a friend that when she did it, we always knew because she used to stick her tongue out like a lizard would. Just pop it out and put it back in, pop it out, put it back in constantly. And
Mm,
we knew she was high every time we would see her, and she was doing that with her freaking tongue. So that's why when I seen him twitching and and all of that shit on the tell all, I was like, he is so high on coke right now. Oh my god.
hmm. And yeah, when I said that, it was I had a source on it, so I wasn't just saying it out the blue. But I was gonna say, oh, but speaking of Elise, she said she answered a question as far as her tattoo. It says, "I did not have any other names removed. What I got removed was quote, be yourself every sorry." the tattoo that she got removed was it wasn't somebody else's name. It was be yourself, everyone else is already taken. So like the shoulder blade tattoo, aside from Joshua's name, that she had removed was be yourself, everyone else is already taken. So that's some tea right there.
Well, I think she stopped
Bullshit.
going to the appointments because we shouldn't still be able to see that shit.
Hmm.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Because the way that was structured, you would have it all in one sentence. You wouldn't have one word, then one word, then one word. Bullshit.
Right. Yeah, it looked to me like 3 sentences or something.
It
Hmm.
looked like words, like one word and then one word
Right.
and then one word and then one word. It didn't look like full on sentences because usually you'll have like a full sentence or like more than one word on like you'll have two or three and then you'll have two or three words and like you'll have continuation. It won't just be one.
Yeah, why wouldn't you have just covered it with maybe some roses and rope
That's
or
what
some
I
shit?
said. That's what I said. Like a laser will hurt more than a tattoo.
Yes. She could have just
Hmm.
covered it. Now it looks disgusting to me.
It
Yeah.
looks trashy.
Yes, it really does. I mean, you can literally tell she had something removed and it wasn't done right.
My height.
Hmm. True. So that was but it's not related to 90 Day. Did you see that video I posted on my Instagram of like it was like the little person with the dude?
Yes, I
Girl,
did.
No,
sure.
I didn't see
Oh, I
that.
posted it
Is
today.
that is
It's
that going to be part of the little people dating
n-
show?
no, I would that was my caption said it would be they should have had this little person on. But anyway, there's this like YouTube channel called Truly TV, and they posted this like it's just like they're very like adjacent of like shit you would see on TLC. But anyway, they did a video of like this like it's like a 6 foot tall African American dude in this like I'm assuming she's white, but she's kind of like wiggery. That's with a W. This like anyway, this is kind of like little dwarf girl. They're a very unique couple. So I posted the video about them. It's kind of interesting.
Wow. Oh my God. How in the holy hell is that little girl taking all that?
Oh yeah. Oh, and then somebody. Speaking of which, somebody in the caption. I didn't look it up, but somebody in the caption said I don't know about the girl. I don't know about the little person, the dwarf, but somebody in the caption said the guy is like a porn star or something. So,
Oh
Oh
God.
dear.
Oh God.
so
Whew.
maybe they do allegedly do porn together. I don't know.
Oh God.
Oh my Lord gee. I can't even imagine it. I can't visualize it because to me it seems like he'd kill her.
Oh my God. You will have to ask Captain.
Mm,
You'll have to
Yes.
send it to her and ask her because she is the conversor of like porn. Oh, you'll have to ask her.
Yeah, she may have ran across him. You're right.
Yes.
true. So. All right, all right, so I think we hit all the topics. So let's go through all the topics we hit. We talked about Amani's post. We talked about Jamal and Emma and Aruba. We talked about Jenny's ALS diagnosis. We talked about Nikki versus Shekinah. We talked about Johnny talking about Jamal not meeting him in Aruba. We talked about Christina's heartfelt message to her mother, Jenny. We talked about Adnan being a car salesman. We talked about Tony being a real doctor. We talked about Jovi not being separated. We talked about Elise's thing about Joshua. And what else? We talked about Thais divorcing with Patrick. We talked
Yeah,
about
crazy.
Emily having the fourth baby. And that's see all that that's about it. But that's all the shit that happened this week, just in the last 7 days.
Yeah, just in the last
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, that's a lot of heavy hitting news and shit.
It really is. That is so crazy how it just kept flowing and flowing every day. There was something new 90 day.
Hmm.
There was something with a new couple. I mean, something with a couple. And I'm not saying shit about any of the new couples. People aren't even talking about the new show yet.
Yeah, the uh,
I'm not seeing much of anything online about it at all.
mhm. I know like the Katie's well, there's another Josh, but Kate, the guy that Katie is with is named Josh, right? That right. So
Hmm.
he's all over Instagram making like I don't know if he's trying to be an influencer, but he's making like Instagram reels like an influencer would because he's all like he's basically like, hey, if y'all have any questions, like leave them below. I'll respond on video. And he's doing a lot of like videos like in public.
Well,
So
shit. Nobody got time for you.
Engagement.
Yeah, he seems like he's trying to be an influencer, but yeah, like none of the new cast members, like they're definitely goofballs, but there isn't anyone like jumping out at me as like a star or something.
Yeah, they're not. Just not yet. Except for that dingbat ass lady who's wants to marry the African.
Oh, her, but
She
Shea
is
or
dingy
whatever.
as a fruitcake.
she is. But if they don't, if the guy can't come here, then I don't know how much of a storyline she has.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Her own mama told her, honey, there's Nigerian men here in the United States. She goes, yeah, but those aren't the right ones for me.
Mhm. Yeah, and then I'm trying to remember though, like have they? But they haven't. Oh yeah, they haven't introduced everybody because there's like I don't remember the guy's name, but there's like in the preview of the upcoming episode they had a whole another guy. So there's other couples that we haven't been introduced to. So.
Well,
Yeah, but
hopefully
it's
it
only
gets
like the
better.
second or third episode. It's not that it's like I think it's just because like it's not like it's not good. It's good because there's a whole bunch of new couples on. There's no recycled bullshit.
That's true.
The storylines are quite intriguing and interesting. I think it's just because like summer's coming and like people's just like I've got better shit to do on a Sunday than watch 90 Day at this point in time, right? Like
And the new season of Love Island is on
I
June the 9th.
I thought it was
Mhm.
the second.
Oh, is it the second?
I don't know, but it's coming up. My
It's
life
coming
is going to
up. I just
be,
happened to see it yesterday.
yeah, there goes my social life.
I
Yeah.
know, shit. They show it almost every damn night,
I know. I know. It
but I
sucks you
love it.
in. It
Yeah, I
sucks
love
you
it.
in. It was funny. Last week, I told Shabooty last week, I think it was, I was like on my Instagram, and this girl had posted, she's not a blogger or anything like that. She was just this girl from here. She was on MasterChef Canada here,
Mhm.
posted a Shabooty post. I'm like, wait. I'm like I know him, right? Like I work for him. Like we do a podcast, we host a podcast. Listen to it, right?
That's so cool.
She's just like you. She's like what? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, I love 90 Day, and so I'm like, and then I'm like, I'm surprised. And then I told Shabooty, and then he started following her. I just started. I thought it was hilarious. I'm like, wait, what? Like
Yeah, she's
she
got to start listening. If she quoted Shabooty, she ain't saying shit until she hears the show.
Ugh. Well, I told her, she's like, you ever do a podcast? Where are you guys all from? Right? Like, I'm like, I'm
Mhm.
from Vancouver, I'm from here. And then she's just like, what about Shabooty? Where's he from? I'm like, oh no, I think somewhere in like Maryland area, right? Which yeah, like Baltimore area. We're all from like different areas, like in the States and stuff like that. I'm like, if you listen to Spotify, you like the podcast, then I suggest you join Patreon.
That's right.
And I'm not from Baltimore. That's like a whole different world. But anyway,
I don't
just
know.
say like DC. If anybody
I
else, just
just
say DC. But anyway,
I just said Baltimore. I'm like, oh no, I think he's from Baltimore, DC, or something like that. It's somewhere on the East Coast. That's what
Yeah,
I
yeah.
when I
said.
think of Baltimore, I just think of Laverne and Shirley,
So
in Milwaukee.
I think it's because you've mentioned before, Shibuti, how what's her name is from Baltimore. Help me out here, from Maryland. Tiffany, right? And
No,
I guess it's kind of close in
no,
compartments.
she's from Frederick. But yeah,
Frederick.
yeah,
Yeah, that's right. So I think it's somewhat close. So that's where probably I got confused.
true. Yeah, I'm sure. I probably told stories, Baltimore stories of going there.
Exactly, and that's where it came into my mind.
True. All right. Well, before we end it, let me just go through the live comments. Let's see. Let's see. I bet Lauren wouldn't complain. Laugh out loud. Ew. I don't know. I can't remember what that's in reference to.
That's when I said that Katie girl was like Lauren,
Oh yeah.
just a female version of Lauren, and I'll say that on every podcast.
True. Okay. Let's see. Angelica says, "Do you guys think Villa was real and friends with Pedro, or just an actor? I mean, he could have been friends with Pedro and an actor.
Yeah,
True.
But one thing though, like, so I'm trying to remember though, like, is it confirmed that Liz fucked Villa or what?
I don't
Shabooty.
think she ever admitted to it, but the way they were acting towards each other, and how could he be so pussy whipped in 3 or 4 days? She
Oh,
had to have gave him a taste. She had
She
to have.
said on the tell, like she's like, I like sex.
yeah,
She
okay. I'm
sure
talking about
did.
Well,
okay, you know how like TLC releases like preview clips of the upcoming episode. So like I actually did watch a preview clip of the Tell All Part 2, and I'm pretty sure if I didn't repost it, but I'm pretty sure if my recollection is correct on the preview clip of the Tell All Part 2, I'm pretty sure from that clip it does kind of confirm that she did fuck Villa too, allegedly. So I think she did fuck him from based on the preview clip that was released. So yeah, she's fucking everybody is a moral story.
yeah.
She really is. She disappointed me. I ain't gonna lie. She disappointed me with what she did with Shabooty. But after I seen this and all these guys and all that, I'm like, oh, she's a little nasty. Now it kind of makes sense to me why she was with Big Ed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you
Yeah,
think about it,
she's one of
she's
those people.
nasty.
Yeah, she's one of those people that has like, it's kind of like, especially if you're a guy or something, like I was, but like you get kind of like you have like rose-colored glasses because you're like, oh, well, she's cute and all that. So you think like, oh, well, just because she's cute on the exterior, you're like, you don't see the real person behind it. So then like, but then when you learn about her, you're like, you realize she's allegedly an alcoholic. She can get real pissy on her attitude. She can get real nasty and she'll fuck anybody that with a pulse. Like once you learn more and more and you strip away the like facade, you
Right. The
realize like, oh,
sweet, innocent
yeah,
facade.
exactly. The sweet innocent facade, it kind of washes away. Then you realize, like, oh, this person's like a fucking train wreck, and like
Yes.
obviously she doesn't have custody of her daughter and all shit. So it's like you realize, like, oh yeah, this person is kind of a mess, and you realize you learn the more you learn about the person, you realize, like, yeah, you don't really want to be affiliated with her anyway. So
Yeah, Big Ed said that he hasn't been able to really enjoy a woman since her. Didn't he say that?
I don't know.
I think he said Liz was so freaky that
Mhm.
he hasn't been able to compare her to anybody yet, or something. He
I
said,
don't pay attention to anything he says.
yeah, he said something like that, and I was like, yeah, she's a freaky ass bitch. Obviously, she was an
Mhm.
extortionist all over his ass because he can't do much.
Yeah, well, he also said when she was with I don't even remember the guy's name, but the guy before the current guy, when she was with that guy in Big
Oh yeah, I can't think of his damn name.
Jay or something, right?
Jay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
when she was with Jay, yeah, when she was with Jay, I don't know if you recall, when they were doing the like happily ever after tell all house, whatever, in Jersey. Big Ed took Jay aside. He's like, yeah, well, I guarantee, promise you, in 6 months after you and Liz break up, like you and I will go get a drink together because I guarantee you in 6 months y'all gonna be broken up anyway. So
He
Big Ed
did.
he called his shot like Babe Ruth. So
Yeah, he did say that. He sure did.
yeah, so he was Big Ed. As much of a schmuck Big Ed is, I feel like he's getting redeemed. Though he is also, he does have shitty tattoos. So that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, he's fucked up politically. But otherwise, he was right about Liz.
Yeah, he was right. I hate to say it, but and
Mhm.
his mama was right. His mama never felt right about Liz.
Hmm. So okay, let me just finish up reading the live comments. This is from Pineapple Girl. It says, "I'm back. Did anyone notice how Liz made it a point to show that Kim made a $50 donation to her ovarian cancer fundraiser this week?" No, I didn't see that because obviously I don't follow her.
I didn't see
Um,
that either.
true.
No, I didn't see that either because, again, with Shabooty, I don't follow her.
Yeah, okay. This is further from her. Pineapple Girl says, does anyone remember Liz always going to her quote best friend's house in San Diego where supposedly she had a room? And then it says, I heard on YouTube and can't remember where, but supposedly when Jamal was asked what his job was, he said, quote, my job is to be my mom's son. I don't know.
I
Uh,
believe it. I believe he would
I
say
believe
something
it.
dumb like that. I believe it.
let's see. Pineapple Girl says,
Because what is his job, really? What is his job?
I think
Yeah, and he always makes sure we know he's got one. But what is it?
he has an answer to it, and it always goes over my head because I always feel like it's bullshit.
Well, just look
Well,
that
I
shit
noticed
up.
he did say he's a college graduate.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the real answer is he's living off of TLC checks.
Yep,
Hmm.
But then when you ask him, he acts like he has like a legitimate career. But like, who the fuck is in Aruba for like a week or something?
that's true.
But it's like he filmed. Think about it. He filmed. Think about it. He filmed Hunt for Love 2, season 2, and that took like at least like 2 or 3 weeks, right? So
Yep.
that's like 2 or 3, let's say 3 weeks. So that's 3 weeks of your time there, and then you're done with Hunt for Love, and you're all head over heels with Emma, and then you're in San Diego for like a week, and then after like a week,
And remember, before that, he traveled to be with Veronica.
yeah, and then after San Diego for a week, then he's in Aruba for at least a week. So like that's at least like a month right there. So it's like how what kind of full obvious there's no way he has a full-time 40-hour a week job if he's
There's no
supposed to be
way.
like a week, I mean a month off lollygagging around and shit. So he
And we know his mama ain't got money, and we know his daddy is MIA.
mhm. He always has
So
an answer like as if he has a career, but I think the real answer is and like it's TLC checks. And I know I think he started a YouTube channel, so like I think that's the real answer. But anyway, Pineapple Girl says she's another homosexual. Pineapple Girl says I think Shabooty will be friends with me before Jamal. True, and yeah, I don't. Anyway, and yeah, also though, like with the Jamal thing, it's like I'm friends with Tyree. I'm friends with like Elise. I'm friends with Rob. I'm friends with like Josh. So it's like it's a little awkward because like
Statler.
Statler. But no, but the point I'm trying to make is like the people that isn't friends with anymore, which is the 90 Day Bad Boys, I'm still friends with. So it's like
Ah.
so I think like I think he's upset that he's lost friends that are like friends with the 90 Day Bad Boys. But you know what I mean?
You know they all tried to smash Kara. You know they did.
Oh, I'm sure they tried. Hopefully it didn't happen, but
Yep. You know all of them tried it.
You never know, Shabooty. You
it wouldn't
never
surprise. I'm sure.
know.
I think she's probably fucking that Jory. What's the guy named Jory? Jory or something. Jory, like the musician.
Jorge,
Huh?
Jorge.
Dr-
No, no. Well,
Jorge.
I don't think it's Jorge. It's like Jory. But anyway, um, she always does songs with him, so it wouldn't surprise me if they're banging. But anyway, because I always tell that story. I'm not gonna tell it again, but if you recall,
Oh, that's the producer that she would literally say she was going to his house.
Yeah, at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
That
Yes.
was DJ Husky. DJ Husky
Oh.
that he was like a heavy set dude and not with much clout, but Jory guy or whatever, Jory, whatever him, he's like a legitimate like musician with like actual like a couple popular songs. It's
Oh, okay.
he's in New York and she does songs with him and he's like legit. So and he's like not like a heavy set dude. So anyway, I could see her being with him and it wouldn't surprise me. But anyway, um next let me just finish these live comments. Amberlee says maybe she put it there because she's still having that area removed. Now they just added removing his name too. I think that's about Lisa's tattoo.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Colleen says he went to the university in my home city. I guess that's about Jamal.
Mom.
And I think that was our. I think that was our live chat, and I think we finished all of our topics.
Yeah, and those were all good topics.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Then
found out like, according to Reddit, about 30 days ago, his professional profile on LinkedIn, he's working as a full-time legal admin assistant. Not going to say the place.
Oh, wow. Jamal is?
Mm-hmm.
like a paralegal or something.
Mm, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
True. Well, he probably told him like, well, I need to take like 3 weeks off at a time or something. So.
Yeah, he ain't working much. That's for damn sure.
Or take his work with him.
Yeah.
True.
That's
True.
what I've done.
Mhm.
That's true.
So, all right. Well, I think that concludes. Yeah, also thank you, Gina, and thank you, Lana. Lana also for participating, and thank
Oh,
you
you're
Lana,
welcome.
for leaving the comment. I think it was in the Patreon where you were like, I don't know if it was in, it might have been Instagram or Patreon. I don't remember. But you were all like,
Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah, you were like, there's a lot of fucking hot topics tonight. I'm super excited for the podcast.
Yep. I knew it. I was like, oh, Shabooty has so much to talk about. I hope he made a list.
No, but
Mm,
no, but your comment is the one that was like, oh well, we gotta produce for Lana.
Yes, I loved every bit of it too. I was waiting. I was like, I'm not missing shit today. I had my phone right next to me. I already took my shower early, everything. I said, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah. Thank you for not taking a shower when we need you.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, and Coco Puff said, I just got here in time for you to sign off facepalm.
Oh, you
oh,
got to listen to the show, Coco. It was a good one.
Yeah, there was a lot of hot topics. Even though we buzzed through it quick, like it was just bang, 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 bang.
It was
There's no dull moment.
not a dull moment. Every
It's
one of the
never a dull
topics were
moment.
very interesting.
Yeah, so all right, well, we'll see now that Geo, aka what's his like what's his name? Nasty something?
Officer
Yeah, Officer
Nasty.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Now that Officer Nasty, aka Geo, has moved to another city, well, I'm curious like what his Friday availability going forward will be because he might
Yeah.
he might have a
I'm sorry, but Mr. Nasty's got to stop doing the nasty and get back on the pod.
but I don't know now he may have like a life every Friday with his bae or whatever. Who knows?
He did
You
tell
gotta
us
let him know that
he
you
did
said
tell us
that.
after he moved that he was going to be back. So come on, Georgie, come on back.
Well, he just moved this week, so it was just a
Yeah,
few days ago that
I
he
know
arrived
how
into
that is. That it
London.
takes a
Yeah.
while to get. Yeah, I agree.
So it just takes a while to get adjusted and stuff like that. So,
Plus, he
and
moved out of a pretty good size home to another good size home. So yeah,
Mhm.
that huge
it takes some time.
Penske truck, that huge moving truck.
Yes.
So
So I was gonna say, oh yeah, happy Memorial Day to the two Americans. Sorry, Gina.
it's all right. I had my Victoria Day last week.
For
Yeah, I just read something that sounded so crazy to me that Trump is about to bomb Iran. He's about to bomb Canada. He's about to bomb Greenland.
Cuba, I heard or something.
Yeah, and Cuba. Yep.
Mhm.
Well, it's officially this weekend. We'll bring in the pool season in Vegas. I think Coco's not here to confirm that, but I think
Oh,
that's
it's
when
got to be hot there by now because it's pretty hot here already.
Mhm.
So I'll know. I'll let you know in July when I go.
True. All right, well, I think I'm gonna sign out. Shout out to our live listeners, Amberlee, Angelica, or Angelica, sorry, I always fuck up your name. Coco Puff, Colleen, Pineapple Girl, Sophia, and that's about it.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you everybody for listening to 90 Day Fiancé Fridays on
Friday.
Friday.
Peace out.
Good night.
Bye.
Night.